Hi Bean Beauties, Dee Bean here. How are you doing today? Well, I'm doing an unusual video for myself because I don't normally do these kinds of videos, but people have been asking, they've been asking for my opinion. I don't know why, but I'm going to give it. This particular topic is, how do I feel about luxury and everybody saying the death of luxury? Well, we'll get into it. So if you want to know my opinion, I don't know why, but people have been asking. Stay tuned. Hi, Bean Beauties. Did you come back or did I lose you? They're used to unboxing. The topic today is death and luxury. Is luxury dead? How do I feel about it? Because, my viewers have been asking, they've been sending me emails, and we talked about that this year. I'm going to try to tackle more tag videos, going to try to tackle more topic videos, and because I guess y'all want to know. And I'm like, I don't know. So I have a different and unique perspective, I think, regarding luxury handbags, luxury realm in itself than most people. For me, what luxury means to me is that anything that you don't need, anything that's not a need, that's luxury. When my kids were growing up, it was always, is this a need or a want? That's how we determine things. And that's how we help them kind of curate, if you will, their wants and their needs and things like that. It's like, sit down, and when they say, Mom, I need this, it's like, okay, what are the parameters, and is it something that you really need? A need is, is it life sustaining? Is it something that you have to have a roof over your head? You have to have electricity, you have to have transportation. Does it fall in one of those categories? And they went, no. So then and then they would, as they grew up older, even when they were younger, they would say, then it's a want. I said, okay. So it's not bad to want things. On a scale of 1 to 10, where does it fall? And where does it fall against all the other things that you want as well too? Because, we didn't have the income. We had a modest income. We still do have a modest middle class income. The only reason I'm able to buy to buy in mass as I do is because I'm an empty nester. So we have the same money, it's just we don't have the same expenses because the kids have gone, thank God. No, just plain. I love you, babies. I love you. So we have the money that we can divert into things that my husband wants, and he wants his things he wants and he likes to play with, and the same with me. And then the things that we like to do together, which is like traveling and going on cruises, which is actually also a luxury, falls in the luxury realm for myself. So coming from that frame of mind, y'all have to think about that, how I look at things. So tying this back into, is luxury dead? To me, is not dead. Luxury is in the hand of the beholder, and luxury is how you look at it. I don't know. As far as the luxury market, yes, things are getting harder and harder to sell right now. But the pre-loved market is ebbs and flows. If you were trying to sell something during Christmas time, it's hard because people want other things. Not many people want pre-loved items for Christmas, It's just the reality of things. So when you're a reseller or when you're a seller, it's hard to do that. That's why these handbag companies came in hard with these sales this year, because they knew that people were wanting bargains, and they came in hard. Coach came in hard with some sales. Dooney came in very hard with sales. Macy's and Dillard's came in with big time sales. So on handbags, so they knew that if they were going to get those dollars, they have to be willing to compromise on their end how much they're going to be willing to sell them. Now, when you're looking at your higher end markets, your higher value markets, your Louis Vuitton, your Hermes, your Chanel and stuff like that, I won't buy, not that I could, not that I could, but I won't buy a brand new Chanel. That's not the first place I'm going to go look. I would go buy a pre-loved one, because the horror stories of the quality of Chanel and Louis Vuitton has just been, rampant, even with the current Murakami release. there has been issues. The quality control is just not what it used to be. I'm not saying that the contemporary handbags, which is like Dooney and Burke, Coach, was kind of where I fall a lot into, don't have don't have those quality controls. However, they've been a little bit more safer. It's a little bit safer to get those, because to me the quality is just as good. I mean, they're just as good. I do see, like with Hermes, because I have been able to feel some bags, and with Laura the Camo Chica, and some or higher end LVs with Yoshia Lex, my part of my three amigas. So I have been fortunate enough to be able to feel the leathers, and so I'm like, okay, I get it, because they're different types of leather. However, Dooney has been dabbling in some different kinds of leathers, and so has Coach, and so they're bringing it. They're bringing it. Is the boutique experience? I've had two different experiences with Louis Vuitton. Depends on where you're at. I went to Aruba. I was planning on going in there. Unfortunately, when I went into the Aruba place, because I had my scooter with me, there was an ample place for me to park my scooter, so my husband had to wait out there, so I was in there by myself. So then I was feeling like insecure, and not I was in there about 10 minutes, and not one person had come to see if I needed anything. That was because there was a huge transaction going on by another person was there, and he was looks like he was buying handbags cash for his wife and his two daughters. So he was buying like at least 4 bags, because he had 4 rolls of cash just laying out there. So everybody had gravitated to that, which I didn't see until I was leaving the boutique. But I went in there, was in there 10 minutes, and not a single soul came up to me and asked me anything. We went to Austin and went into the boutique at Austin, the Louis Vuitton boutique in Austin, when we were the Tres Amigas. And when we met with one of the essays there, or CAs, I'm not sure which one they're called, right away she was like, let me take this back down for you. It was the was it the Capucine, the long east-west Capucine, but it was the mini, and I had just asked her a question, will the phone fit in there, because I was just curious. I mean, if I get a bag, ever retail bag, it wouldn't be that one, because that's like a lot of money. I couldn't afford that, I couldn't afford that. But I was curious for if I ever saw it on the pre-loved market. And she says, let's take it down. Let's see. Here you go. Put your phone in there and everything. Fabulous customer service. Very, very different experiences. So I think that also depends on where you go. If you're in the big metropolitan cities, they're not going to treat you that right. If you're down home Texas people, though, they will, because they're very courteous. The same thing when I went to Hermes. I was afraid of all the horror stories, and they were very, very kind. Everybody in the store were very, very kind. So I think that as far as the experiences go, it depends on your frame of mind. It depends on where you go, and what cities, states you go, and it also depends on what time of year you go. So you have to kind of bear all that in mind. I think that as far as luxury being dead, where I feel is it has shifted over to the secondhand market. It has shifted over to the pre-loved market. So that is why there's so many, real on the website. Fashion File, they had that pop-up that we went to with the Tres Amigas. They had the pop-up stores. There's all Rebag. Now they're having all these different websites that are taking them into the pre-love, in the pre-love realm. So I think that it has shifted. People's mindsets have shifted. They're not willing to pay for things that are going to fall apart. They're just not. I mean, I know I'm not. I mean, Candy's Street Love for LV, she used to buy LV all the time, a lot of times. But now it's like she very rarely orders offline. She very rarely orders just through an essay over the phone. She wants to go into the boutiques and pick her bag, see her bag, and know what she's bringing home, because she doesn't feel like she can trust anybody to get a bag that is going to be suitable and worth the money that she's paying. So that's kind of what the thing is. When you go pre-loved and you buy pre-loved, it's still a luxury item. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just somebody owned it before you did. They got tired of it. They moved on to the new and brighter thing, you know. So you go in and it may be a little loved. I mean, this is a little loved. This is this doesn't have any cornerware, but it does have some scratches in the leather that come with the leather. But you know, I'm like, you know, this is like probably, you know, a $600 bag or higher when it was first made, you know, or comparable to what's on the website now. 500, and you know, that's a big chunk of change in my realm, my little luxury world. So I don't, you know, I think that things ebbs and flows, just like when you're when I said reselling, things ebb and flow. Things ebb and flows too. However, I think the retailer, with YouTube, with Instagram, with all the social medias, TikTok, I think that the buyers, us, the people who are spending the money are becoming more savvy, and thus the fashion houses have to adjust to that. They have to learn that we're not just going to be forking out money for nothing. Yes, you have your Uber 1%, but that's Uber 1%. Okay, that's the Uber 1%. You know, there's more of us than there are of them. So yeah, could they be sustained? But yeah, but they may get bored, and if they're bored and they don't want to buy, then they have to depend on our dollars too. And my dollar is just as green as their dollar, you know. That's a plain and simple. So I don't know. For me, you know, I'm taking advantage of all those who just feel like luxury is dead, and I'm going the back road. I'm taking the back road and finding my way to get the luxury items. And my luxury items may not be the same as your luxury items. You know, my likes are not going to be the same as yours, but that's what makes this world beautiful and the way it is that we all have different opinions. And since you asked for it, since you asked for it, this is the opinion that I have. And I hope y'all like it, you know. Well, I hope you respect. You don't have to like my opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. Just be respectful of my opinion, and in the comments down below. That's all I ask. Alrighty, Bean Beauties. I know this is a different topic for me. I hope y'all like it. Y'all been wanting some different content from me, so I'm trying. I'm trying. All right, until the next video, I'll see you on the flip side. Love you. Bye-bye.